Welcome to Warblog. Today we're looking at the first battle of Mukalla. Nearly finished this one, not quite there yet. Same map, 1 year apart. April 15, April 16. Not much to say about this, but essentially at the beginning of the Yemen civil war, the Yemen government was sort of fighting other forces elsewhere. To be quite honest, I'm a bit vague on the details. Obviously, it's the Houthis and versus the Houthis and all of that. I can never really remember who's on whose side, but I can when I apply myself. But I'm pretty sure that this is the Houthi government, but they call it the Yemen government, and I think that's before the Houthis sort of took over and declared themselves as the government, but the Houthis, who were sort of otherwise losing, were then supported by the Saudi coalition, and the war continues to this day, 3 years later, possibly more. But anyway, so whilst they're fighting this civil war, the al-Qaeda, who happen to be sort of present in this area, see an opportunity to take Mukalla. Mukalla. So then that's what they do, and that's what this is all about. And there's 3 sort of central places, as far as I think I've got so far, in my sort of reading up on it. But there's the port down here, and I didn't realise it was the port down here was one of them until after I'd done the map. I could have maybe put it there, but it's a bit sort of inconveniently down here. Not so much for distance, but it doesn't give you much scope for sort of pulling back, or it's on the edge of the board, so quite easy to get eliminated there. There's this fortress, and then there's Mukalla. There might be other places that are significant, but that's as far as I've got so far. So I'm just going to sort of jump in and play it, really. I think this is sort of my sort of game. It's nice and small. I think the first thing to maybe note is that the rate of travel between this block and this block is, this one's going to go a lot slower, so we could probably get there in 1 turn, but for them to get in the battle position is going to take them a few turns. I think that's all they can do. So, with regards to this fortress, I'm not sure. I mean, they're going to move 2 times 3, I think, for a fort. I don't even know what the defence that is, so there's going to be 12. And they're going to be worth 20, so they might be able to get a 1-to-1, possibly more of a surround. Is it worth trying? I mean, obviously I will try, but what I was also thinking of doing was doing a siege. Or possibly bypassing straight down into Mukalla. I think that's what I'm going to do. I didn't plan on doing it like this, but I think this is going to be quite a good way of doing it. Okay, so they can see what's happening, and what I like these games because there's not much they can do really. They don't have a lot of options. It's not as though we can sort of fortify any given approach. I think this is the only sort of spare unit. Let's move him there. because I mean there's not a lot of point defending that bridge. Here's a 2 though. That's it. We've got 2 2s, 2 2 2 2. 1 1s, 1 1s. Okay. So okay. Well, what we're going to do okay. It's a real tension builder as they race towards al-Mukalla. Okay. Well, that's about all they've got. Do we want to leave the port empty? I don't think so. Okay, so then we're digging in. So what do we want to do first? I think the best thing to do is to take a particular hex, and I think this one might be the best. Okay, so we're getting into contact here. Do we want to move him there? Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Now this is everything around that. 20, 30, this should be 40 against 3 times 3, about 9, so this should be a 4 to 1, maybe a 5 to 1, 4 to 1. Exchange. That's interesting. They're just going to sit there. Okay, so they've got another attack on this point. Now, the thing is, because they're depressed, it's going to get worse. Do I want to rest them? I think I will. But they will just continue to entrench and they will become dug in. But not for a while. I have a dilemma because I've just realised that I think I'm going to bring these troops up. But al-Qaeda doesn't know that. So, right, so I'm going to bring these troops up. The dilemma being, knowing that they're going to be brought up, I should do my attacks, but they've waited and recovered. The other thing I did think of was a counter-attack. So they were 2, probably 4 in the city, so they'll be worth 3. I could get a 1-to-1 against that. It's not worth it. Okay, so they're fully recovered, so they've got no choice really, because they've got to do something before these guys sort of entrench. So again, this is going to be a 4-to-1. I just thought of what I should have done. Oh, they pushed them out. I should have pushed them into there. There's no point in this being in that hex. Okay, well, I really need to start pushing. I'm going to attack that. Of this, I think this is going to be easier. Oh, just a 1-to-1. Okay, the Yemeni player. We should attack that stack. Change 2-to-1. But then some of these are on depression 2. I want to move these down here, but if to attack. But if I move, basically I can't get there because I go 1, 2, 3, and at the end of the turn, so I won't be able to attack. So I could possibly do a counter attack on this stack. But if I move them there in preparation for that, they're out of this fortress. However, I can always get back into it. So it means we can attack there, possibly, with the best that we can. So they're probably just going to sit there this turn because they want to recover, because some of these are at depression 2 there, so we want to recover from that. So the many side are all recovered. Let's see what we can do. I'm not thinking really. 1-1. al-Qaeda, what does he want to do now? Some of these are recovered and everyone here is on 1. Now's the time to attack this stack if we can. And exchange. They're going to recover. Oh, so that's that. al-Qaeda again. Do they go for it? Not. Difficult. Very difficult. What have we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 in Mukalla. So it's going to be impossible to attack that. Now, what I'm thinking, well, basically what I'm thinking is trying to send something off to take the fort and the port, and leave something in both, and they won't get them back, but that will reduce the amount of units that we have here to 6. Making it difficult to do anything. But I am going to do it. Or at least try to do it. Let's see whether we can do some damage here. I was going to try and surround this unit actually, but I don't want to leave these on their own because they'll just get counter-attacked. Oh! 7-1 and a DE. That's what I want to be doing. I probably want to be pushing that as well. Okay, we probably want to be trying to get back now. Exchange. Well, okay, we can definitely get into the fort. You'll probably want to recover there. Now they're stuck. With depressions 3, so they're going to have to recover. And they want to recover as well. Well, they're stuck, aren't they? At least they can recover down to 1. Oh. I'm going to call it a stalemate there because I want to try something. I'm going to do it again. I've got an idea. Right. Now Keita go first, so we know sort of that. To be quite honest, I'm not sure whether that strategy I played was a good one or a bad one, but I assume I was going to try the same thing. Basically, I think this fort is impenetrable. We only need 5, which we've got 2 down here, so we need 3 to go down there. I was 1 point short. See, that's the thing. Because we need 3, so that would be those 2. 2, 3, 4. We need 1 of these. So this is what I'm going to try and do. Oops. So what's the al-Qaeda player going to do? He's going to try and take the fort. Yeah, a little different this time. Let's see what the odds are. Haha, 3 to 1. Oh, they take the fort. But they can't move in. Okay. Well, that sort of makes it a little easier. I'm going to send this guy down here and push him this way. Push him back into the fort. Okay, we're going to try it again. So there's only 1 in there. I'll try with 3. Oh no, because we're not moving, we should be okay on this. Eliminated. Okay, so they're going to rush down here to take care of the I have problems with the simplest of things, like pressing buttons. Two depressions. That's not bad. We can recover that. Okay, not quite there yet. al-Qaeda. We've pretty much got the fort. We want to take care of that. DE. Yes, but he looks like he's still around. He's been hit a bit. So, and we're going to move these guys into the city limits. Okay. So my plan is very nearly complete. Unfortunately, this unit's been hammered a bit. The point being that they're over 5. That was my plan. Let's see whether we get our bonus, because I can never remember how it works. I think that because they've got some depressions, it would be below, but I think it's face value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they've got their bonus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 with their surrounds because they were less than 5. I'm not sure how that works really, but that was an exchange. So really we need both those units down here, or at least all of them in good order. So that's the thing about this. We've now got this sizable force down here holding the port, but that's it. Okay. Not really even in there. Let's try another time. They're a bit weak though, aren't they? Depression 1. Let's recover. Okay, so we've got a stack of 5 down there. He's depressed 5. Attack and retreat. Okay, they've taken the fortress. Yemen forces are going to hang still. Al-Qaeda units are all going to stay where they are because they want to recover. He's going to reinforce. They're going to sit where they are. So what's his depression now? Should be 3, 4. Should be 3 now, shouldn't it? Yeah, they're going to recover again. Should be 3 now. Perhaps this is minimum. Okay, so Al-Qaeda really don't have much choice, but I think they're going to split their forces up. Get us around. You should at least get it up to 2 to 1. Oh, DR. Die roll of 1. Well, that's that. Well, that's because of the river. There's nowhere to retreat. The Yemeni army, so they're in the port, hoping that you don't overlook them. Okay. They're digging in. They're entrenched now, look. Leave them there for the time being. Just going to flip through until we take Mukalla. Okay. Right. It moved up for some reason. That's what messed it up. Okay, we're getting there. All the excitement of the port scenario and the bad geography. Here we go. DR. Well, that's that. Well, I think I did better in the first game. I thought the second game would be a sort of an easy defend, and I thought it would be impenetrable. But I think you've got it's basically. I think the thing is I can never remember what the numbers are. I think you get the irregulars get their bonus if the defending forces are 5 strength or less. So aiming for 5 strength doesn't actually do it. I've got to have more than 5. I think it's face value, so even if they're sort of beat up units, they still get it if they're more than 5. But I'm not sure. I just never remember. But you know, it might be worth giving up one of the objectives and sticking in two stacks of 6. But the thing is, you can't get out of Al-Qaeda fortress fast enough. So you have to lose that. You have to win that first attack and then sort of somehow retreat down this road. But you probably only get 2 hexes, so you're going to get attacked. Nonetheless, I'm not going to do another. Well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll speak to you later. Cheerio.